Alright, so we're back here loitering and hunting fish in Queenstown. I'm going to answer the question I get asked quite a lot by you guys. How to pick a boot. What makes a good hunting boot in what situation? So I'm going to go off my personal experiences and I'm going to explain the reasons behind what I'm saying. Right mate, so if you've looked at hunting boots before, you've probably sat in a situation like I'm sitting in right now, on the boot bench near the massive wall of boots. Which one do you go for? There's so many. Where do you start? So I guess the first question is, what are you going to be doing? What sort of hunting? One boot can do it all, but each boot is designed for something in particular. So what we're going to do is I'm going to break down the different styles of hunting that I've done, and I'm going to tell you the different styles of boots that have suited that type of hunting. I'm not going to pretend I know all the technical lingo that they use when designing boots, but a boot for me should be comfortable, should keep your feet dry, should keep your feet protected, support your ankles, and should get you through the hunt. What terrain, what animals, what style of hunting are you doing, whether it's rifle shooting from a long range in the mountaintops, or it's bow hunting, nice and close action in the forest. There's boots made for all these situations. How do you pick one? Which boot do you need and how do you find it? Let's look at a situation where we're in the forest. It's pretty gentle terrain, rolling, lowland, thick forest cover. We might be bow hunting or rifle hunting, but generally we're sneaking around, getting in nice and close to the animals. Stealth is a big factor, so in this situation, you want a boot that's nice and flexible and has a fairly soft sole that conforms to the ground under your foot. You want to be able to feel the stick you've just stood on, so you can lift your foot off before you crack it and blow the whole area out. Nice and close is what the action's going to be. I want a supple, soft boot, nice and flexible. So start by trying on a boot that has these qualities. Okay, so the next scenario. Now we're talking high country, we're talking mountainous, steep, rocky, pretty big country. We're getting up in the bluffs, whether it might be snow, ice, but now we're talking high elevation stuff. So what makes a good mountain boot? I generally like to have something insulated. Keeps my toes warm, it keeps your feet comfortable when it's in that cold, harsh environment. A good mountain boot is something that's super rigid and just feels super solid underfoot. If you need to dig your toes into the snow or into a rock face, the boot should support your whole weight without flexing too much. So for me, if I'm heading into the mountains, as a rule, I like to have a boot that is super stiff, rigid, and if I need to dig any part of that sole into the side of the mountain, it can support my weight without flexing. Often you're going to find yourself in situations where you're going to need crampons. So most of the mountain boots are crampon compatible. And that's something you want to make sure of when you're buying a mountain boot. If it's crampon compatible, then it's going to give you better options for the future. See how you go with that. So I guess for most New Zealand hunters, we're generally hunting all types of terrain. Forest, lowlands, right up to the mountains and in between. So you can actually get something that's slightly in the middle and can handle either way of the spectrum. Mountains and lowlands. It's generally something that's got a medium flexibility, still provides really good ankle support, and often they are insulated. So most Kiwi hunters will be wearing a boot of this type. Alright, so just to cap it off, if you're hunting in the lowlands, in the forest, close range bow stalking, you want something quiet, flexible, supple. If you're hunting in the mountains, right up in the rocks, in the bluffs, in the snow, in the cold temperatures, you want something that's rigid, hard, can support your weight on all the angles, to have something insulated, something that's got extreme support and crampon features. If you're doing a variation of stuff and you can't afford to get a set of boots for each different application, this is where you'd want something that's in between the two. You're not going to get the full benefits of either end of the spectrum, but you're going to sit somewhere right in the middle. For most people, it's going to be nice and comfortable for the type of hunting you're doing. So anyway boys, this is just me rambling. I'm no boot expert, but I will tell you that I have broken a fair few pairs of boots in my day. If you're unsure, you need to go into your local hunting and fishing. Talk to jokers like this. Oh, Jack knows what he's talking about sometimes. Jack's actually a bit of a whiz with boots, so if you're in Queenstown, go and pick his brains. The good thing about a place like hunting and fishing, there's no shortage of options for you guys to try. I mean, just look at this.
There's mid-country stalkers, there's high-country alpine boots, and then we've got the mountaineering boots, the boots that you would have seen in Joe's videos. They go really well, and if they fit, I would suggest trying them.
So it's day 3. I finally found the spot that I want to hunt. I'm just tucked away down in the bushes now just to keep my voice from traveling into this basin. So I'm pretty excited to show you. It's taken me 3 days of hiking to get back into here. The wind's in my face, perfect wind. But this place looks absolutely amazing, so we're going to make the most of it. Looks real nice down there. The sun's just starting to hit the grass too. I'm just hugging these ferns on the way through.
Well, we're up here today. Matt has travelled down from Pukekohe, and we're hoping to pick up a bull tar for him.
So whereabouts are we actually looking for them? We're looking for them down this Matagiri, or?
Well, at this time of year, the bulls are cruising around. They're doing a lot of moving, so you know they could be anywhere. To be honest, we've seen bulls cruising around the bottom, and then we've seen bulls cruising around the top. And yeah, so it's just a means of picking them up.
Just keep your eyes peeled.
Pretty much. I think we'll get to this next point up here. Let's just see where he goes, man. We may have to go down this ridge a little bit. Okay. Dude, that's a big bull, man. That's a
It's a
crank
monster,
rubber bull, eh?
It's a big black bull.